The late adopter, he's growing on ya. His lines are insane, he's your crack and dopamine dealer. The late adopter, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need, he's your vitamins and painkiller. The late adopter, he's growing on ya. His lines are insane, he's your crack and dopamine dealer. The late adopter, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need, he's your vitamins and painkiller.
Oh, sound. Okay, wanna do that again? Nah, we failed the intro, you know, so we're gonna forget that. You know, those things happen, doesn't matter. Anyways, how's everybody doing? How do you like the new intro song? That's made by a guy named Oscar Anaya. There's a link down below if you want to check his channel out. He's also the guy who made the Dodge Daddy song, you know. So, you know, he's our guy. Intro again, okay. Bam! The late adopter. And there we go, guys, there we go. I got only 16 likes and 85 people inside. You're not, guys, you're not doing your job. That's your job. You're not doing your job. Dodge Daddy song, not now. We are in the red. We are going down. Not now. Good one. Yeah, the guy's pretty talented, you know, he made a quite nice song. Now, before we start, I want to show you something, guys. So on Twitter, I want to actually show you something, but then I saw, you know, from William Cliente III, liked this post over here. Now, for people who don't know who William Cliente is the guy that always comes to the show on the, what is called, Antonio Popopoulos show, you know, the Pomp show, you know, the lunch money show. Yeah, anyways, that's the guy, and he's always talking about some kind of, you know, statistics, on-chain statistics and stuff like that. Anyways, he liked this post over here, and this is the post from, you know, a forum called 4chan, and here says, I work at BLS, and that stands for Bureau of Labor Statistics, and we just received the CPA data for June. They just received a CPA data. CPA data stands for Consumer Price Index for June. It's in high double digits. The floodgate have been opened. The market will react very badly when we release it on July the 13th. So this is some kind of, you know, that's up here it says insider here, get the F out. You know, so whether this is real or not, you know, there is always some kind of LARP, you know, a live action role playing guy on a 4chan that's actually, you know, saying something about something. But, you know, the next release will be on June 2021, and it's about to be released on July 13th, right? So July 13th, the next data will be released. So what I got from this, right, there's some LARP that's saying they're spreading FUD out there. It might be real, so we don't know actually. If it comes out, you know, on July 13th, that CPI index is a, you know, a high double-digit number, because that's what he said. The mark, a high double-digit. That means like high double-digit. What is that? Like 20-30%? I don't know. I don't know how much that is. That should be insane. This is 0.6. So, you know, if it goes in up 3%, no. Consumer pricing for all rose 0.6%, rising 5% over the last 15 months. Seasonal just the index for all less food and energy increase. So I don't know how much it's gonna be, but you know, but he says that something's gonna happen. Who paid him to post this? Yeah, I wonder also who paid to post this. it's not really important. Basically what consumer price index is telling us is like you know, the inflation. You know, if it goes up, the inflation goes up. So he's saying that, you know, it's gonna, you know, be inflation, stuff like that. But if you watch the latest unless you're a Stani video, the market at not all sends a big warning, not what everyone thinks. You know, everyone thinks it's gonna be inflation, but it's actually gonna be deflation, right? That's what he's talking about. Not only that, I just yesterday listened to the video. I'm not quite sure if this is the video, but because I haven't checked it. But you know, Katie Wood, she's saying that, you know, her team from the ARK Invest, you know, hedge fund, they think that, you know, they're not worried about inflation because they think it will be deflation. So there are two people at least that I know of that we are talking about deflation will be happening and not inflation, right? So you know, it might be some kind of scare with inflation, but it will be deflation that's going to be happening, not inflation. And the third guy, I don't know if you heard about this, but there's something called milkshake dollar milk. Let me just make this smaller so you can see it. Like this over here. Yeah, it's nice. There is something called dollar milkshake theory. Dollar milkshake theory. Have you guys heard about dollar milkshake theory? There's a guy from where is it from? People, no, videos. Latest. It should be told. The Santiago capital. From Santiago capital, you see, also known as milkshake man, because he's talking about dollar milkshake theory, where the prices will actually, where the dollar will actually deflate and not inflate. You know, dollar will deflate and not inflate. But this was you know, a long time ago. He was talking about a long time ago, and now that we are having inflation, he's also saying that you know, he might. I'm not sure if he's saying that he has been wrong, but a lot of people are saying that he's been wrong since we are having inflation. But at the end of the day, he might actually get it correct. The Delesio might get it correct. Katie Woods might get it correct, you know, and you know, we might get deflation. But whether it's gonna be inflation or deflation, you know, we're gonna see. Yeah, deflation is strong dollar. So basically, and because that also looks weird to me, like they are pumping like debt into every single country across the world. Everybody's going to more debt. Now suddenly they're gonna push the inflation. You know, and what happens to debt in inflation? Well, it just gets liquidated. Like, imagine you got 5 million in debt, right? Now it's very hard to pay it back because you are making 15 an hour, but still only 5 million debt. Now, if you get inflation, you still got 5 million debt. You know, the debt doesn't go, you know, with inflation upwards. It just stays like 5 million is 5 million. Now the dollar decrease in value. Now instead of 15 an hour, you are getting 15,000 an hour, and like within a year you pay it off your debt, right? So so inflation doesn't make sense, considering that, you know, the debt have been pumping out to the public over the I don't know how many, 30, 50, 40, 50 latest years. And you know, because if you get inflation, you just remove all the debt. Like, what's the point? But if you get the deflation, stronger dollar, debt it becomes even more strong, right? So the deflation can actually happen. So deflation we are looking for. I thought we are in deflation when smart money moves in bonds. I don't know how actually it's gonna work out and stuff like that, but you know, just the concept of the inflation and inflation, you know, might be correct. Now, before we start, go to, you know, guys, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna do a poll before we start on my channel. Yesterday I posted that image. I said I can't decide, is this chart bullish or bearish, because I found this altcoin and I cannot decide whether this is bullish or bearish, guys. I don't know, I cannot decide whether it's bullish or bearish. Now it doesn't want to load. Why doesn't want to load? Open image in new tab. Why doesn't it want to load? There you go. That's nicer. Look at the chart, guys. Look at the charts. Is this chart bullish or bearish? I'm gonna make my face smaller, charts bigger as always. Because what do you guys think? Is the chart bullish or bearish? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll over here. Where is it? I always forget how you do this. There should be a button somewhere up here to do something with this stuff. There you go. Chart is bullish, bearish. There we go. Did I post it? Did I? There we go. What you guys think? Is this chart bullish and bearish? It's at $1 over here, right? And you can see these green candles just pumping the price all the way up above the moving average. It's had some nice bottoming down here and right now pumping. Do you think it's gonna pump or not? Okay, 66 was okay. Let's close this. 71% said bullish, 28% said bearish, and for everybody saying that it's inverted BTC chart, it is inverted BTC chart. I just made a little bit to try to trick some people up. You know, a lot of people are not, they're looking on charts all the time, but it is, inverted BTC chart. It is inverted BTC chart. It is this chart over here. It's the same BTC chart, it's just inverted. So if you thought that this is gonna go up towards the upside, that means that it's gonna go down. So, don't lie to yourself. If you think that this chart over here looks bullish, it means it's gonna go up, that means that your Bitcoin is gonna go down. You understand? If you look at this chart over here and you think about it a little bit, like, what's the probable thing to do? Like, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go down. If you think it's gonna go down, that means Bitcoin is gonna go up. If you see some kind of break to the downside over here, it means it's gonna go up. But if you think this chart might be bullish chart, because green candles going up, everything, this is some kind of bottoming pattern where it actually changes direction, starts climbing the moving averages. Right now jumped too fast, so it's waiting for some kind of moving average up here. Now it's going to continue going up. If you think that, like, because if you have been bullish before on Bitcoin and right now you're saying this chart is bullish, you have to go back to yourself and think like, hey man, because when you look at this chart and you do not know that this chart is Bitcoin chart inverted, and you think it's bullish, that means that you are unbiased towards, because you just think, it's some altcoin, and you look at the chart and your first feeling is like, oh, this is bullish. Then you gotta understand that that's bearish on a real Bitcoin. That's bearish on real Bitcoin, just so you know that. But I just thought, because I knew a lot of people would actually guess that it's an inverted Bitcoin chart, so I try to trick people a little bit with change the candle colors, because you see green candles, and then removing the name and changing a little the scale and stuff like that. But I failed here, because you can see here this is 2021 in September, so nobody actually noticed this down scale here that you are in September right now into the future. But I try to trick the people, and I know a lot of people are getting tricked because they don't see that initially that this chart over here is actually just inverted Bitcoin chart. But it's good for people that are not looking at charts all the time, and that are very bullish on Bitcoin, on they are bullish on this over here. It's gonna just anytime now go right up. It's good for them to like look at a different perspective on the chart and see what's happening, right? And that goes same for everything. Like you can look at for example Cardano right now and not know what's gonna do. It's good thing to change the chart, change the change the view of the chart, like flip it around and see what's. But right now when I'm looking at this, it looks exactly, this part over here, it looks exactly like, is this Cardano? No, it's not daily. Yeah, it's daily. What the boggling name is this? Oh, this is the real chart. Sorry. Okay, this is the real chart I was asked. Okay, so when you flip it around, you know, you can get a little bit different perspective on the perspective. You can get a different perspective on the, because when you're all the time looking at one side of the chart, you know, your mind goes like it blocks everything out. It just stop totally down, right? And when you flip it, you know, you can start thinking again. You can start thinking again. Well, that ruined my day. Sorry, man, but it's good to know. It's good to know. Everyone's waiting for another dump to buy, which means the whales will make it go up by. Maybe that's gonna be it. Maybe that's gonna be it. But it's interesting charts. Definitely interesting chart to look at. Like inverted chart of Bitcoin to look at. And you can see here that there are red candles going up, which is actually not the case, right? But I had to do some magic with it, right? So we're gonna see how this is gonna play out. The way I see this actually has probability to both like fall all the way down to some kind of 45 levels before it actually continues. You know, technically continues dumping, technically. But we're gonna see. But right now it's not actually the best of the best. Yeah, the poll results wrecked some people. Okay, now guys, we come to the part of the video where we do Bitcoin daily analysis on Bitcoin and see what's actually happening with Bitcoin right now. And you can see here on the chart right now that we are below the 10 and 20 moving average. 2 days ago we closed below. Right, yesterday we jumped down, and you know, we closed below certain levels that we do not want to close below. This one over here, this one over here, all of that is broken. And right now we are actually trying to get back above that. So we're gonna see if this actually can close above, you know, back above these moving averages. But you know, if you want to go anywhere, you gotta get back above 10 and 20 moving average. So as long as we are not above 10 and 20 moving average, like, nothing is gonna happen, guys. Nothing is gonna happen. It's not a big pump. It's like something like 3-4% up. Like, you gotta do 3-4% up to get above the moving averages. If you cannot do that, you are failing hard. You are failing miserably. Like, that's insane. Also on the downside, we got like something like 3.8%, something like that. To the downside to actually break the support down here. Maybe more, maybe like 4% down here. That's the support. If you fail like 31,500 or something like that, that's gonna be bad. You know, that's gonna be bad. So you see already right now that we with this candle, yesterday's daily candle, that we broke certain levels of the support. There was some kind of triangle going over here. We got out of that. We broke the downside. This might actually be some kind of you know, retest pullback on the triangle, and right now, you know, we might actually be going lower. So we're gonna see how that actually works out. Let's go to our chart with a lot of lines. For people do not know what these lines are, there was, of course, 35,911 level that we have to get above to be bullish. Unfortunately, we are now nowhere close to that, so we're gonna remove that line. So, you know, we are not looking at. There are 4 numbers down here. First thing first, there are channels for new guys that not been here before. How you guys doing? There are channels. These lines, there are channels. You know, this is one channel, this is second channel, this third channel, this fourth channel. There are channels, right? Now channels are really important, and channels are right now acting as a support and resistance line. And right now you can see here that on the bottom channel we are actually hitting the bottom support of this channel over here. The 32,259, that's the weekly support. Weekly support, very, very important support. We do not under any circumstances want to break that and close below 32,259 on the weekly. We do not want to do that. We do not want to close below this level on the weekly time frame, just so you guys know. We do not want to close below that. That's this line. And then we got you know, the supports below us. We got a 32 support, we got 31 support, we got 29 support and 26 support. There is also a 131, 3 here or something like that. But basically those are the support lines on the way down. These channel lines you can see here, and this bottom down here is also a support line. There are 4 support lines. Right now it's looking at like the 32,259 is actually holding, but whether it's gonna hold or not in long term, it depends to see. Now let me remove this line because I don't remember what that line was. And over here you can see that we were in some kind of a triangle by looking at these 2 lines. So this was a trend line from you know, from going up here, and this was, you know, the channel line that we've been acting as a resistance all the time. So these 2 lines are creating the triangle, and we fell out of the triangle to the downside. We can see this nicer on the 4-hourly time frame. This is the triangle. We fell out the triangle. Right now we are going a little bit up, maybe up all the way up to the to test the support as resistance, and then get rejected by it. Also down here you can see here that you remember the line 32,259 line, the moving average line on the dollar. It got hit back down here, guys, on the dollar. You see, on the dollar, that's very important in tech analysis. Knowing where the lines is gonna be hit on the dollar is very important, guys. Very important, guys. So what happened here? We went down, we hit it on the dollar, we bounced, which went down, we hit the channel on the dollar, we started going up, then we went down again, retested for like second time on the dollar, and then bounced again off. You can see here it's playing out perfectly. So nothing, you know, small time frames right now playing out perfectly. Cannot get too much data out of this right now. What's gonna happen? It seems like some kind of expanding channel or something like that on 5-minute chart, but you know, we won't go into those kind of madness territory. We're gonna zoom in a little bit over here, and we are thinking that this might go up all the way up to some kind of a wedge up here, but it doesn't have to, because you can see down here there are two levels of support up here that we're actually hitting with the wick down here, right? So there are two levels on the 4-hourly time frame. Let's see how this looks on the daily. You know, the level is up here and down here. Yeah. So yeah, these two levels are acting as a resistance right now, because we broke that. So you know, this candle up here might be actually just without going all the way up to the triangle support, without going all the way up to the triangle support, we might only come up to these levels that we already were up there. But on the 4-hourly it's a little bit different. On the 4-hourly it's this one is still dead up there, but down here it's sitting like right across everything. So yeah, it is definitely trying to get you know, hit some kind of supports and test them as resistance. So we're gonna see what's actually playing out. But overall, basically saying we are technically right now, we're gonna come to the moon phases, because I not somebody's saying something about moon phases. What about the moon calendar? Yeah, we will come to the moon calendar. That's the ending of the show, guys. That's the ending of the show. So right now we are at 32,500. So this is actually holding, right? This is actually holding, but will it hold in the long term or not? I didn't see any. You know, we hit. The problem is that we hit the support and we are not seeing a big bounce. That's the problem. Usually, when you hit some kind of support, doesn't matter where that support is, you get big bounces, right? And without, you know, this seemed like it's not a big bounce. It's not a big bounce. That's the problem for me right now. There is no big bounce. There is no big reaction from hitting the support. So I'm not quite sure how you know, how much this support will actually hold this price or not. So you're gonna see that, but we do have all the supports lined up here. So you know, pick your poison, guys, pick your poison. Now of course people have been asking about, hey man, what about moon phases? What's happening with the moon phases? Well, we can say a quick word about moon phases, and I'm gonna say it's working as expected. You know, you cannot, you know, the moon phases are actually working out just fine. No problem with moon phases. Moon phases are golden. Moon phases are like best thing ever. You can see here every time, you know, from the full moon to the new moon, we are going up, and every time from the new moon to the full moon we are going down. Right, that's a big down mess. And even here from the but it is a little bit laggy. You know, it's kind of laggy indicator. Because when you get a full moon, you know, it technically does go a little bit up. Okay, maybe the same, but you know, at the end of it, you know, it goes like up, and then it goes down to the moon phase. And right now, technically, we have been going from these lows down here. We have been going technically towards upside. So you know, we can get some kind of new moon phase over here and continue going down. So right now, you can see here. Right now, we are getting ready to get this new moon phase. Wait. When new moon next? July 10th. That's when you get the new moon, guys. That's when the bear market hits. July 10th, the bear market hits. On July 10th, the new moon hits. On July 13th, we get the CPI from the BLS numbers, from the statistical numbers, you know, consumer price index numbers, you know, deflation is gonna hit. So that's the lineup. First the new moon, then the numbers, then the crash. Okay guys, we got it now. We figure it out. First the new moon, the numbers, the crash. The new moon, the numbers, the crash. The new moon, the numbers, the crash. So we are expecting some kind of crash, of course, because, you know, you do not want to go against the new moon. The new moon is pretty terrible, guys. The new moon is pretty bad. TLI new moon. The new moon is pretty terrible, guys. The new moon is pretty terrible, you know. So we are looking to get some kind of new moon here, you know. Although full moon did bounce us towards the upside, you know, you cannot deny that. You cannot deny that. But right now we're gonna get, you know, new moon, and you know, the downside is where we're looking for. July 12th down to 15,500. What do you do? Actively trading or holding coins? Holding is a lot easier, man. Holding is a lot easier. You like buy, and then you close the computer, and you go and do stuff, you know, and then you come back and you take your profits. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. Life is easier. So it doesn't look good. So let's see on the little bit small time frames, and let's pop some moving averages, guys. Moving averages, of course. We gotta now real talk again. We gotta get above, you know, we gotta get above, you know, the 50 moving average up here, above 10 and 20 moving average somehow, you know, if you want to be bullish, because technically right now we're still bearish. We got new moon coming. We are, you know, we got MACD cross on the weekly. I don't know if you remember yesterday's weekly, you know, the MACD is crossing. The MACD is crossing the zero line over here, right? We got a MACD cross on zero line. That's bearish momentum. That's why we're calling the bear market right now, because like there are so many signs that this is bad, like it doesn't matter. And you know, if we close below this level up here at 34,600, you are technically below the support. Like there are so many bad indicators right now. It's insane. It's insane. So however you look at it, you gotta be honest to yourself and say this is terrible. This is terrible, like right now. And if it start falling below like 31.5, stuff like that, like I think capitulation might actually come. I don't know if it actually capitulation actually might come below 30,000, because people are still like hoping, you know, the 29 will hold, 26 will hold, and stuff like that. So I don't think that this is capitulation, guys. I don't think this, unfortunately, I don't think this capitulation. I think capitulation will actually get when we get below 20k or something like that. When we get below 20k, maybe people are hoping still for 15, 16, but when you get down to 13k, like 13, 12k or something, I think it's gonna go down to 12k or something like that. I think when you get down to 12k, that's when a capitulation actually kicks in, because above 20k people are still hoping, it's good, it's about 20k. But you know, even if when it gets below 10k, no problem, like 19, 18,000 is gonna hit. But when you get to these kind of levels like 10, 11,000, what the what's happening, man? What's happening? I don't want to do this anymore. This is dead. You're gonna lose all faith. You're gonna see it's gonna be beautiful, because that's the moment it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. Also, you know, it's pretty easy to see, you know, why I said that it's gonna be 12k, because you know, it's not brain science or anything like that, right? It's a weekly 200 moving average, right? It's a weekly 200 moving average. Let's pop the weekly 200 moving average. You can see here. Let's go to BLX chart over here. You can see the bottom on 200 moving average is there. You can see the bottom of 200 moving average is there. So the bottom right now on 200 moving average should be somewhere around here, and that's give or take 13,006. But yeah, of course it can drop down below that point as well, right? But you know, if we go down to these kind of levels down here, maybe some 15, 16k, you know, if you get, I think that's gonna be the real capitulation. That's gonna be like when people are actually gonna abandon crypto again, and we can reset everything and go back up again. But right now, you know, people are still hoping for these numbers to buy the dip, and as long as people are hoping for some kind of numbers to buy the dip, that means that they have not capitulated yet, guys. They have not capitulated yet. I don't know, this should be something like this over here. So you know, just because we are hitting 26k or something like that, you know, if you do that, you know, we'll get some nice bounces, and that's fine and all for trading. But I don't think that might be the case that we are finished. So either we go up from here, but I said like the last thing, like we said yesterday, that this might be the bear market. We gotta call it bear market because, you know, prolonged downtrend, like there is no other way you can see it. This is the bear market, right? But once we break this 31,500 and close below here and start going even below 30,000 and stuff like that, and start hanging around at 28,000, start closing, not just you know, because we haven't closed, we've been down with the wicks, but when we start closing down here, it's gonna be really hard for anybody to call it anything else than bear market, right? It's gonna be really hard for anybody else to call it anything bear market. Like right now, you can still make a point, yeah, it's just a small correction, we're gonna go up and everything, right? But it does look terrible. Like all indicators, everything technically wise, like looks bad. So right now, you know, I don't see this jumping anytime soon up above here, like, because if this was to jump above 10 and 20 moving average up here, right, it would already be having pretty decent move already right now, I think. But since it isn't having that this move, like there is not a lot of bullishness. I think there is not a lot of bullishness because we broke to the downside, and bulls are just like, I'm just gonna wait this out. So they are waiting for some other levels, and 32 level is not that. So they are waiting for, down here at 31.5 or 31.3, or maybe even down here at 29,000, or maybe even down here at 26,000. So, you know, right now I think the bulls are waiting because they don't want to get in on this over here. It's just too risky. Everything looks too bearish. So I don't think bulls you know, want to get in over here. I don't want to get in over here. I said like this is a long play. Yesterday this was a long play because, you know, when you hit some kind of support and you see that it's actually holding, like over here, this is a long play. It is actually holding, you know, it starts going up, that's fine because you hit support. You don't get to go long here at 33, no, but 32 when you hit support you go long, right? But once you see you know, starting to get rejected, you know, having a little bit more move to the downside, stuff like that, weakening signals, you get out of that. You take whatever the profit that is, right, and you get out. How much is that? Like, let's say you bought it down here, something like that. Yeah, 1% profit, whatever, right? You take that, you know, and you get out. But because yesterday it could have just as well, right? This could continue going all the way up, found some decent button, but it isn't getting this button. It isn't looking like it's bottoming out. On 1 hourly, the only thing we have on the 1 hourly, the only divergence we have is on the 1 hourly. On the 1 hourly right now, it's already played out. This divergence already played out, but you know, the price was going up here, and the RSI was going up. That's the RSI divergence. So I went down here, bounced off of the moving average. But right now, even on the 1 hourly, we are breaking the moving average towards the downside again. Because we broke down here, I thought it was bearish, then went up. This is actually bearish, but then we managed to get it back above again because of the divergence. Right now, this is playing out nicely, and right now we are again falling below 10 and 20 moving average. But this is 54 minutes again. Let's see 4 hour, because we just now had a 4 hourly close, and this is the close. This is the 4 hourly close. Technically, this might actually be seen as a rejection, but it's a weak. Let's see, 4 hourly close. Right now going a little bit down again. So we're gonna see if this 10 moving average will actually affect us that much, because right now it's coming down. You know, we are a bit extended. Right now it's coming down, so it might actually push us towards the downside again. Overall bearish today. So any questions, guys? Any questions? The bulls will come between 17 and 22nd July. Maybe, I hope so, man. How much longer do you think this bear market can drag on for? Another year or so? Well, you know, bear markets don't have to go all the way down to where everybody like gives up. You just have to go down to a certain level where, you know, when bulls think like, okay, it's time to buy again, right? But when it does get really when it goes really parabolic, when it goes to certain euphoria stages, and there are a lot of optimism in the market, a lot of buyers don't want to get out, you know, the market has to go like through a certain bear market to get these people, you know, the diamond hands to sell. You know, it must, you know, get people to close their positions. You know, the market must reset itself, find some kind of levels where there are no more sellers, or there, you know, because right now there are more there are more sellers than buyers. So the market must go down to a point where the buyers become more than the sellers, and the price continues going up, right? So the buyers might have to look for some kind of a decent numbers where they might actually be starting saying, okay, now it's time to get in. Like I'm thinking like lower numbers. A lot of you guys are thinking lower numbers, right? I don't want to get in here. I want 28. I want 26. Like, right? I'm right. Everybody here in the chat like is hoping like, oh, come on, 29, 26. Come on, let me buy the dip. Yeah. So you guys understand that, you know, people don't want to buy 32,000. They want to buy 26, 29,000. And as long as they want to buy the dip, you know, dip, that's not bottom. So 32,000 doesn't seem to be bottom. But when we get to 26,000, if people are still saying, oh, I'm gonna buy a 20k, I'm gonna buy 18k, that's also 26 is not the bottom either, you know. It's gonna be you know, 18 or 20k. And when you get to 18 or 20k, if, you know, the people are still saying, oh, I'm gonna buy 15 or 14,000, 13,000, the 16 and 18k is not the target, is not the bottom. Then you come to 13 and 16k, and people are like, oh shit, I gotta buy this. And you know, people are like flooding. Then, oh, it's going down to 5,000, something like that. But price change and go up. You know, then you find some kind of bottom. But you know, you gotta squeeze out the weekends. You know, 30k, that will lead to a 10-year bear market. No, it won't, man. No, it won't. 30 is the buy target. Yeah, 13 is the buy target. I think it's not bullish or bearish, it's cucumber season. We are just some channel and doing nothing. Something fall down, some things goes up, nothing really happening, just chilling. Yeah, just chilling, that's bear market. That's bear market, man. Because it's so boring, you are like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna live my life, you know, I'm gonna go to the beach or something like that. 25.6 is buy target. 25.6 is buy target now, but when you get to 26.5 and 25.6 and you see that the target, that the price is not bouncing the way it should bounce, you know, you're about like, maybe 23, maybe 22, you know, because people always change the target to the downside once the price starts hitting some lower numbers. Hey Hare Krishna, how did you do Rama Lunin? How did you do that? How did you do the name with the check mark? What's up with Hara Lunin? Guys, look at this guy. What's this? What's this, guys? What's this? Rama Lunin. Why is this guy in this really nice Hare Krishna gray stuff? What's this over here, guys? How did he do that? Yeah, how did you do that, man? Well, how did you get the check mark? Do you have connections with the YouTube? Do you have connections with the YouTube? That's what I want to know. Hacker. They are verified. How can you get I'm from Hare Krishna Crypto Ambassador. How can you get verified on YouTube, man? How can you get verified on YouTube? He reached enlightenment. No way, man. YouTube, what's his name? Rama Lunin. This is the first time I've seen somebody with a gray name. Rama, that's the guy. 150k subs. Okay, man. There you go. I'm shilling your channel to 300 people. I'm shilling your channel to you are a very nice looking guy. That's nice. You know, you go around spreading love. That's nice. I like that. You got some kind of join button over here. Want to join channel? Okay, I cannot see what I'm getting for joining, but it looks like you are in all that spiritual stuff. I hope you send some blessing towards the crypto and the Bitcoin. and you know, use the crypto wisely in your travels around the world. Okay, man, there you go, there you go. So guys, I know he has like 100 plus K subscribers, but you know, he can need 300 more. All the guys that are watching, 300 people, go to his channel and sub. How does TA with the moons work? It works, yeah, we just went over the moons. It works perfectly. Right now we're expecting the new moon on the 10th, and then it's gonna go down, and then it's gonna go down. You need more than 100k subs, yeah. So basically, CoinSkid is gonna get the checkmark soon, yeah. Bitcoin will pump July 10th, 20 to 36 to 40 and July 21st. You know, when people are saying all these numbers, like exactly this date, you know, that will happen, exactly that date, that will happen. I'm like, how do you know, man? How do you know these dates? Like right now, we know, if you go a little back, you know, because, you know, where was it? July 10th is the new moon, and we know we're gonna start going down on that date, right? Also, we know that on the July 13th is the CPI numbers, and because of this where was it? Yeah, there was this guy that was posting, you know, as LARP, and saying that, you know, CPI numbers are gonna come out in double digits on July 13, you know, inflation, and you know, the drop in the markets are gonna start coming. Because of that, we know these numbers. But how do you know these numbers? Like you said, like July 21st, it will drop to 26. How do you know it will be July 21st? Like, give me a reason. Some inside information. Yeah, his inside information is Discord channel where some guy said about some insider that's on another Discord channel that's saying that you know, something will happen because he watched an interview with another guy that actually his brother was an insider in some kind of small company, and that small company gets some data from a big company, and in that big company they're saying something, so that's why it's gonna happen on 21st. Noob's gonna get wrecked by shorting. Some crazy people holding loads of alt tokens at the moment. Maybe. TLI, is there any coin you like the most for hodling? Alif. Any coins for hodling? I don't like hodling in bear market anything. If you have been watching my channel, you know that altcoins are doing worse in bear market than Bitcoin. You understand that? Altcoins are doing a lot worse than Bitcoin. Look at this. This is the chart of. This is the market cap Bitcoin dominant chart, right? And we're gonna compare it with Bitcoin USD crypto over here. We're gonna have a new price scale. That's nice. So you're gonna see here that altcoins are gaining insane amount of value because altcoins dominance are going up. So when this price dominance going down, that means altcoins are gaining more than Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is going up, but altcoins are going even more up because they're kicking the Bitcoin's butt, right? So in bull markets, altcoins are gaining a lot of money. Now, unfortunately, in the bear markets, altcoins are bleeding more. So you can see here Bitcoin went up down from 20,000 to 6,000, and altcoins went down even more because Bitcoin managed to gain dominance. So it's gaining dominance when the price is going down. That means that altcoins are going down even more. And what's happening right now over here is that you know, the bull market started from this point, or the altcoin season started from the first pump. In the initial pump, you know, Bitcoin was actually gaining dominance because, you know, people weren't clear that this bull run started. And then once we hit some kind of first, you know, people are you know, moving the Bitcoin over to alts, and alts had a big alt season. This is the alt season finished now, and right now you can see here that the price is going towards the upside. That means that altcoins are losing more than Bitcoin. So being in hodling altcoins right now over Bitcoin is insanity right now. It's insanity. Moon phase is a meme. No. Why would you be saying that, man? Why would you be saying that? Moon phase is a meme. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? Look at this, man. It's I cannot do this, man. If you're gonna be a non-believer, you know, if you're not gonna be a Hare Krishna on Bitcoin, you know, there is no help for you. There is no help for you. Unfortunately, there is no help for you. You gotta be on the Hare Krishna train on Bitcoin, right? Where is my moon phases? Moon phases. You gotta believe, man. You gotta believe. At one point, you gotta believe. At one point, all technical analysis goes out the window, and you gotta believe. You gotta believe, you know, the moon towards the upside. The moon towards the upside. You can see clearly towards the upside. And now we're getting the new moon. That's actually gonna go down. So keep that in mind. Charlie Witz points out where to find what the market is doing. Check it out. Charlie Witz. I don't know who that guy is. Let's see if we can see Charlie Witz. This channel covers the events that have unfolded beneath the surface in January of 2020 related to the United States. Oh, don't go into that, man. Don't go into that. Okay, banks implement reliability. SK finally bank must fund reliable funding. Okay, so it is about banking and stuff like that, right? Moss confirmed. Kate, AMC, 10-year treasury all moving. Yes. A lot of consumption. All I see, a lot of consumption. The fact that his banner is Fibonacci circles. I don't know what to say. Stacy, $2.99. Stacy, I appreciate the money. It's going to the wife's iPhone fund. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Everything helps. Everything helps because I figured out that the new iPhone, the iPhone 13, is gonna be really expensive. So you know, all the money helps. Believe in the dark side. Yes, and the markets. Yeah, I'm gonna check the channel out. I don't know what he's saying, but I'm assuming it's a lot of assumptions, conspiracies, stuff like that. No like real world like facts, but you know, assumptions. Have you watched Crypto Revolution? I don't think so. But what is the logic behind the moons? There is no logic, man. We pop the moons up like, you know, it shows that, you know, price go. Maybe, you know, when you get a full moon, a lot of people get like horny and, you know, starts like buying like crazy. And when you get the new moon, like people are sad and, you know, they're like, oh, I bought at the wrong time, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, it follows human emotion, maybe something like that. Let's see here. Why not Samsung, the one with double screen? Because Samsung is like, what are you gonna say? It just doesn't have the, you know, the it factor, you know. You can buy any kind of purse, but purse that says Gucci on it is a lot better purse, you know. There are a lot of jeans, but the jeans that says Levi's on it, or the denim or Diesel on him, a lot better than the other jeans, right? It's the name that sells. It's the name, you know. You gotta have the Apple. You have on your phone. You gotta have the Apple. I don't know why. You gotta have the Apple, right? Be smart. Stick to the medium to low and smart smartphones. There is no such thing as smart when it comes to women, man. There is no such thing as smart. Anyways, guys, the CPA comes on Monday or Tuesday. Probably stock market expected to drop, so Bitcoin probably will follow. It's on 13th, so it's in 4 days. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. So next CPI numbers are coming out next week, so we're gonna see how that's gonna affect. But we already know how it's gonna affect because we see the new moon. New moon is coming on the 10th, you know, so we are gonna definitely go down. Once the bear market ends, do most altcoins in the top 50 recover usually? I'm crossing my fingers for BTT still. I think BTT will survive because, you know, it's a platform, you know, BitTorrent platform, you know, for sharing and stuff like that. Also backed by Tron, and Tron did survive from the bull to the bull. So I don't see why Tron will fade to the next bull. So as long as Tron is around, you know, BTT I think will recover definitely. BTT will recover. It's really hard to say what will recover and what will not recover. I know a guy that lost 99.99% on his altcoins, bought at almost at the top. Lost 99.99% altcoins, and he still got 3x at the end of the bull market, or right now, right? 3x, because, you know, it went, even though it went stupidly long down, it pumped like, I don't know, like 35,000 towards the upside. And, you know, it can happen. It can happen. I'll show you the coin. I think it's a very nice coin, guys. I think it's fine. It's Voyager. Calculated by trading view. Look at this guy. I'm gonna show you. Let's see. Can we see the daily chart? Yeah, it's nice. Look at it. So he bought somewhere around the 2 or something like that. Where's 2? 2 is around here, right? So he bought somewhere around here, right? And you know, it's been terrible. This actually went from his buying down like something like 99.3%, but over here from the top to the bottom 99.9% down. It went 99% down. He gave up totally, but he did not sell, right? He did not sell. And in the bull market, it can happen that, you know, this can happen over here. This is from the very bottom down here to the top. No, we didn't use the bottom. The bottom is down here. I gotta use this week because the number is a lot nicer, of course. Let me do that. There we go. That's the number. You know, little top. Yeah. Okay, 49,000. That's 493x went up if you bought at the literal top of this crap, right? So if you bought at if you bought at the bottom of this crap, you got like 493x. But he unfortunately only got like 2x or something like that because he bought somewhere around here. So, you know, up here like 4x, right? 4. But he still got, you know, his money back in the 3x, right? You know, it's nowhere near this, but, you know, it's something. But of course there have been other coins that, you know, went down here and like, you know, they did nothing. One of those coins is XRP. XRP went all the way up to 3, then bled down, then went up not even above the all-time high, and right now it's going down again. Sure, it might actually go at one point above 3, but right now we haven't even gone above all-time high yet. Now, when you have a coin that's not even above all-time high from previous, like it does not look good, guys. It does not. For example, I won't. If I had XRP, I wouldn't hold XRP because you know, if this takes another 4 years or whatever, right? And what kind of, you know, how sure it is that we will get above this all time. If I bought up here, like how sure am I that we're gonna get above the 170 when it is performing this badly, this bull market, right? I bet you could do spot on Borat impressions TLA. Nah. Yep, no one ever get money back on XRP because a lot of people bought up here. I mean, if the dollar costed average is all the way down here, maybe your buying price was here, so maybe you got something, maybe you got, you know, profits up here. But if you bought like at the top or something like that, then and the volume up here was actually huge, insane over here. It wasn't actually that insane. So let's take a final look on the Bitcoin and see what is it up to right now. Yeah, it's still going a little bit down, a little bit up, not very much. Not moon phases. Let's see here what's happening. Yeah, this is 1 hourly chart, 35 breaking. Let's see 30-minute chart because we gotta close. It's gonna close in 5 minutes below this 10. I don't know. I'm very bearish right now on price, especially since we broke out of the triangle to the downside. Right now breaking certain supports on the downside. Unless we can do some kind of bounce up towards the upside, I see more downside, guys. I see more downside. Are we going down on BTC? I don't know if we are going down today or not, but we are definitely going down. How fast we're going to go down, like that's the question. That's the questions. I cry my way to the moon, maybe. That's it, guys. That's it. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming to the show. Thanks for coming to the Bitcoin Daily every single day at 9:30 Central European Time. Do subscribe to the channel. Do hit the like button. Do come back tomorrow and stuff like that. See you around, guys. See you around. I'm not gonna turn off the music. I'm just gonna turn off the. There we go. I should probably add some kind of ending video. Okay, guys. Maybe I should not turn off the stream. Why am I turning off the camera? I don't know. Anyways, guys, have fun. Bye bye.